Gotta say, I think audiences will be questioning how they feel about your character the most. And that's a testament to not only Dennis and the writers, but your performance. What were the early conversations you had with the creative team about this character and his motivations? And then so often with television, you're learning more about your character with each new script. Did your opinion on this character change during the course of the season?
Dennis, like any great author, had a very clear idea of the character. And when he sent it to me, I read the first two episodes, but he also had a very detailed breakdown of where the character would go. He also sent me specific references of real people who he thought that the character would be like. He was very, very clear in his mind of what he wanted from this person. So it was my job to serve that as much as possible. Now, TV is a writer's medium. In the same way that theatre is a writer's medium and perhaps film is a director's medium, this is about the text. And when you've got someone as brilliant, experienced, and detailed as Dennis Lehane, it makes my job really easy. I just have to try as much as I can to serve his vision. Also, we've got great directors on the show who enable that too. But yeah, when you've got someone as clever as Dennis, it makes my job easier.
And then speaking of that discovery, you do all that work before you head on to set, but once you're there, so much of that is further enhanced by who you're starring opposite of. How much does that process influenced by your scene partner, particularly journey?
I think that's a really very astute of you. You're absolutely right. You do all the work before and you throw it all out the window the moment that you step onto set, because really the most important thing in acting in a scene is that it's alive. And in order for it to be alive, you need to be open. Because if you're closed off and you're doing the lines in the way that you rehearsed in the mirror the night before, it's dead. And audiences can tell that instantly. So really what's interesting from an audience's point of view is neither actor necessarily, but the energy that is organically created between the two of them. Chemistry, that's what we respond to as an audience. And when you're acting with people at the absolute top of their game, like Journey and Taron and Greg and John and Anna and all these amazing racehorse actors, it makes it not only easy, but incredibly pleasurable from a creative point of view.
Yeah, speaking of that chemistry, without giving any spoilers, episode 8 is so pivotal for your character, and there is that moment towards the end of that episode where you go from this kind of level-headed state to this heightened one. I wonder how different that preparation is for a scene like that versus everything else that you shot earlier in the season.
You know, preparation is the same whatever you're going to do. You learn the lines, you think about it, you deeply go into your own soul the night before and in the run up to it. But that's a very sort of private process. And then you get there and you try and relate and serve up what's been written. Now, what's been written is a mercurial character, someone who goes all over the place with these emotions. He's not able to regulate them. Now, that's pretty identifiable. In my own life, I've had that sometimes. You let yourself down, you overreact, you say things that you regret. It's very human. And we're in the business of portraying humans. And when the writing is this good, it makes that pretty easy. And I hope, from an audience's point of view, pretty entertaining and ultimately identifiable.